Welcome back. You're tuned into Chartbusters here on CNBC-TV18. Well, research firm Viceroy had come out with a report describing Vedanta Resources as a parasite and Vedanta Limited as a dying horse. While Vedanta has hit back, stating the sole objective of Viceroy Research report is creating a false propaganda. So let's get a little bit into details. First, is Vedanta's debt still a problem? But if you just look at what they've done, Vedanta Resources first, their debt has nearly halved in the last few years. From around $9 billion, it's down to sub $5 billion. And they've also said that they'll be reducing their net debt by close to $3 billion in the coming year. Out of that, $1 billion done. So $2 billion more is what they are looking at, which effectively means the debt will fall down to sub $3 billion, approximately. So Vedanta Resources actually has done a fair bit of deleveraging. And if you look at their maturity, it appears they're fairly well placed. And because they have some obligations, Vedanta Limited shareholders could be looking out for a bit of a sweetener in terms of, dividend paid. So we'll have to keep an eye on that front, because that's Vedanta Resources' debt repayment, debt maturity cycle. Remember, they've refinanced some of this debt at a lower coupon rate, which will save them on interest costs in the times to come. That's about Vedanta Resources, which is the parent, which has been the problem that how jittery is Vedanta Resources. They're in far better shape, I can tell you, in comparison to a couple of years ago. Moving to Vedanta Limited, they have been undertaking a big capex plan, right? But the net debt number actually has come down. We should pull up what is the recent net debt number. I think my director will get that up for you in just a bit. It's around 53,000 crores. But on a year-on-year basis, as well as on a sequential basis, it compares with around 57,000 crores. However, for metal companies, you normally want to look at it on a net debt upon EBITDA basis. And that number was close to around 2 or even more than that. But in the last few years, it's come down from around 1.5 times, 1.55 times, it's come down to around 1.2. And the management has stated they're looking to bring this number sub that one-time odd. So on that front as well, they've done a fair bit of work. So both Vedanta Resources as well as Vedanta Limited actually are in far better shape in comparison to a couple of years ago when things were a little bit jittery. In fact, I questioned